And so, Justice Ginsburg, we have something to say to you right now, and that is, please don't die. We'll give you our livers.
Oh my God!
Well,
whatever you need,
whatever you need, I can spare.
I have
it's
two,
yours.
I have 2 kidneys.
Please don't die.
You can have one. Whatever you need.
We need you now,
Please,
right
God,
now.
we need you more than ever. Keep doing those planks.
Oh my God!
Keep doing those planks. We are not worthy. We're not worthy. I almost want to name him Voldemort 2.
We can't do. We
Kevin,
can do that.
no.
We can do that.
I don't know how it happened.
God.
I don't know. I don't know who sold what soul. Actually, they don't have souls, so there's some diabolical shit going down.
What has happened to our country? And
Can somebody please tell me?
And I swear to God, everywhere I go, every single woman, and I will say this again, even if you don't believe what happened last week and whatever, but if you listen to that testimony and you experienced what the entire country experienced with this Supreme Court nomination last week, every woman in America right now is in a rage. I don't care if you're hiding it or whatever. You are fucking furious.
And you're furious, and like you said, you're hiding it or whatever. But, we all express things differently.
Or you're wearing it on your sleeve like
exactly.
I am.
Exactly. So look to the woman to your left. Look to the woman to your right. What's wrong with her right now? Some people are just depressed. I mean, like really depressed. If you see a woman or a person who just spontaneously combusts, either in rage or in tears, remember what's happening in the world.
Yes, and be a little sensitive if you're a guy, one of the good guys out there, because we are not men haters.
No.
We love men and
I love
women.
boys.
There's some really great men out there that have been very supportive to women. I've seen so much video. I've gotten support from my own friends and family. And we appreciate that. But this is a tough time right now. And,
we need more decent human beings.
God
and we
damn
need
we do.
Those people to step up.
Now is the time to do it.
Step up. And not everyone is a protester. It reminds me of RBG.
Can't wait to talk about that. Everyone resists in their own way.
Right. And what I loved about her is that, in that documentary, they were saying that she's this little, tiny, unassuming woman. And she wasn't a marcher. She was a lawyer.
Right.
And she used her brains and her smarts and her dogged determinism.
The stamina.
The sheer
stamina. Okay, so we're segueing into RBG, otherwise known as Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
The notorious
RBG.
Yo!
It's going to be me for Halloween this year, P.S.
Are you going to get the little collar?
I got one for my grandma.
Did you get one?
I have one.
I love it.
Yeah, with the black robe, it's going to be awesome. And my glasses. But the thing is that this feature-length documentary that is on Netflix right now.
You need to see this film.
Every American needs to see this film. It is mandatory.
Every man needs to see this film. Because,
and you know why?
And do you know? Tell us.
Do you want to know
tell
why?
Tell us, Lisa. Tell us why.
We sort of hinted at it. Well, we didn't hint. We hit it over
because
the
her
head last
husband
week.
was the bomb.com. Do you hear me?
Oh my God. Okay.
.edu, .org, .uk, .co.biz.
Can I have a Mr. Ginsburg, please? On the
Please,
rocks?
please clone his ass. His son is still alive.
Oh my God. I know. It's like, when you meet a decent man, it is a beautiful thing. Why is that? I think we talked about it last week. It's how people are raised, okay? Mm-hmm. And you either have freaking morals or you don't, okay? My cousin, my dear cousin Stisha, shout out to Stisha.
Hey, Stisha.
In LA, When someone attacked me recently on Facebook for the events of last week of the opposite persuasion, she called me up and left the nicest voicemail ever and told me, "You are a person I look up to for your morals. You have been fighting this fight your entire adult life. Let me take the baton. We'll fight together." And I'm like, I love you so much.
God.
And I started to cry because, you know what? We're all in this together. But I'm telling you, if you didn't have the gumption or the fire to resist or find a way to keep the fight going for human rights, in RBG's case, she dedicated her entire life to women's rights at a time when no one gave a shit. I mean, zero. Kind of like now.
Yeah, kind of.
But,
well, look at that.
But at the time, she was the smartest person in the room. And her husband knew that.
And her husband knew it and loved and respected her for it and encouraged her, supported her, pushed her. Even after he recovered from cancer, because she took care of him while she was at Harvard.
Yes. And he said he was a brilliant lawyer in his own right.
He was a tax attorney, right? In Manhattan.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he could have had this great career and, been the breadwinner and gotten all the cred, and she could have stayed home. She loved him. But you know what? He said, "You are such a shining star. You deserve to be a Supreme Court justice, and I'm with you, baby, all the way. I'll stay home with the kids."
I got you.
And he had her.
Do you know, fellas out there, if you would just have our backs?
It's not that much. It's not that big of a deal.
Just a little bit.
Jesus.
Just
a little something.
A little something.
For the effort?
And then, because you already know we're ride or die.
Right. It's hard, okay? And during the time that she was coming up in her career, just women were expected to stay at home and have the babies and do whatever. And it was that just classic time. But she had this brilliance. Okay, and, I feel like we're living in a time where rocks are just being uncovered about stories we've never heard. We've talked about this before. It's like Hidden Figures. Like when I saw that movie, I was like, what the fuck? Why wasn't this in my history book?
Oh, my God.
Do
you know,
pissed.
I was just thinking about that.
I was irate.
I swear by the goddess. This afternoon.
Oh, no. The synchronicity! Yet again.
Just this afternoon, I was thinking about, because I'm reading Taraji's book, and I was thinking about, those performances, and I was thinking about that story, and I was thinking, you know what? Thank Christ for the people who decided to uncover this, who had the courage to uncover.
We'd never know about it.
We'd never know that these African-American women were the computers.
And they were responsible for those incredibly complex rocket flights and all this stuff. Meanwhile,
they would never have gotten to the moon.
Well, yeah.
We would have never gotten to the moon.
Our greatest accomplishment.
Were it not for African-American, the contributions of African-American women. Come on, people.
But I mean,
stop the madness.
It is so... I feel like we've been so duped and so conned, and the gloves are off. The wizard is being revealed in the Wizard of Oz. The veil and the curtain is being pulled back, people. Because let's just face it, women have been responsible for so many incredible accomplishments, and it's just like, hi, I didn't know anything about RBG because she's not a boastful asshole guy.
Right.
Okay? No offense to the other guys who aren't that way. But you know what I'm saying? And if these people, and it was an all-female crew that made this movie.
I did not know
from
that.
The director, producers on down, all women. Every single person was a woman who made this.
Wow.
And if these people didn't make the story, how would we know?
Right.
I mean, it's just like, that's why movies are so important.
Right. And it's one of the reasons why documentaries are so important.
So important.
So clearly, Notorious Ruth, right?
Oh, my God.
Is just, she's the shiznit.
Can we talk about the planks? The lady is like in
Girl!
way better shape than we are.
Girl, I can't do a plank. Beads of sweat are pop it off my head. Okay,
Planks kill me.
I hate planks. I hate planks. And what's that thing where you got to get down and jump up and
Like the burpees?
Burpees! Oh, for God's sake, those are the worst things in the world.
She's 86 or something?
She's like 86, 87 years old, and she was doing planks. And I'm sitting there. And did you notice that she was wearing her sweatshirt said Diva?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, the front row divas would love to interview you, Notorious.
Oh my God, it would be like a dream
Oh my God,
come
we
true.
would die. But you know, the thing about her is that every single fiber in her being is about equality and human rights.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense, and her arguments are beautiful, and she's so eloquent, and she's such a freaking badass.
And her arguments aren't complicated.
No.
They're
they
just
make sense.
truth.
Yes.
In the simplest possible terms.
And so, Justice Ginsburg, we have something to say to you right now, and that is, please don't die. We'll give you our livers.
Oh my God!
Well,
whatever
I'll give
you need,
whatever
you need,
I can spare.
I have
it's
two.
yours.
I have 2 kidneys.
Please don't die.
You can have one.
We
Whatever
need
you need.
We need you now,
Please,
right
God,
now.
we need you more than ever. Keep doing those planks.
Oh my God!
Keep doing those planks. We are not worthy. We're not worthy.
But back to the film, the way that her life is captured is absolutely stunning. It's a beautiful documentary. You and can we just express also that if you're feeling emotional, or even if you aren't, I cried about 10 times.
Please.
From just
Please.
the beautiful nature
I'm
of it.
gonna have to we need to get Kleenex as a sponsor. Because, girl,
Puffs with lotion.
I cannot be using up my Kleenex and then having to go to toilet paper.
I just used my shirt. I saw it at the theater.
I laundered my shirt in my tears.
But I mean, I saw it with my 12-year-old son, and I literally, I would look at him, and I was like, ugly cry in front of my son, and he's just like, Mom, are you okay? I'm like,
oh my God.
This is a beautiful thing.
She needs to live for at least another 50 years.
If you
you
wanna,
keep doing planks, man.
If you want to be inspired.
And that was the other thing. So inspiring. I don't have enough accolades.
She's a role model. She's
oh my
a
God.
true
Oh my
heroine.
God. It's like, I want my life
and
to be
model.
that.
Yes.
I want impact this world. Yes. And maybe that's why we're doing this show too.
This is our way of doing that, and I'm really proud of what we're doing and how we speak our mind, just like RBG does. We're all about the equality and justice on this show.
And I think what the theme of this show is going to end up being is men who support women, men who stand behind their women, right, to the detriment, perhaps, of their own.
But you know what?
Careers.
We've been giving it up for a really long time.
Absolutely.
You know that saying of like behind every successful man is an incredible woman? Yeah, because they give up their life for another person.
And why are these men the exception and not the rule?
Yeah, right?
They need to be the rule. The divorce rate in this country would just shrink down to nothing.
I mean,
we could just get them to have our backs.
We can just give some little tips right here.
Can you have my back?
And tip one is, equality, fairness, support, love. Let's see, all the things a woman does for a man.
3. That was 3. That was 3 tips.
It's not that hard.
I got a tip. Number 4.
What?
Learn how to use a crock pot.
Oh, hi. Cook. Anyone? Shop. Offer. Hey, what about this? Offer to do it.
Even offer.
You know what I mean? Offering.
And guess what?
To do it.
Guess what? This is 2018. When you're doing laundry these days, you don't even have to measure it. It comes in little pouches.
Just put the pods
It's got
in there.
It's conditioner.
The pods.
It's got the conditioner.
Don't
it's got
eat
or you might eat your wife's face off.
Tasty, but no.
You will eat your wife's face off. Don't eat them.
But it's just
look, it comes with the static cling. It's got the stain guard. You don't have to figure it out. Just throw it in there with the water.
It all
Done.
comes down to validation,
wrinkle-free
awareness. The fact that anybody could be aware enough in a partnership to say, God, man, you have cooked dinner 3 nights in a row. You did the laundry. Let me do something right now. You go take a rest. Or I got you a massage today. Here's your gift certificate. Thanks, honey. Now that's a beautiful thing.
You know what the other beautiful thing is? And there's a payoff for you guys. The pussy.
Well,
is going to blow your mind.
We are giving out there the ultimate tips for happiness. Okay?
I'm trying to help you.
Help us.
Help me. Help you.
It's really not difficult.
It's not
okay?
hard. It's not hard. Little gift card for a massage. Do some laundry.
Oh my God.
Learn how to use a crock pot. And
Hey,
all of
there
those
you go.
things, all of those things are the literal incarnation of respect
Yes.
and
Yes.
partnership.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That's all it is.
That's all
It's
it is.
really simple.
That's all it is.
Oh,
and guess what? You could pick those little bastards up from soccer practice a night or two.
Right?
It wouldn't
Right.
hurt. And
Right.
ballet.
And, okay, my seventh and
I'm
final
going to say,
thing
what are we up to?
is kindness.
Yes.
Kindness. Above all, kindness.
Because guess what?
Kindness.
God put me here too.
Yeah. Right.
And it wasn't to serve you.
Yeah. Hello.
I am here to recognize
There it is.
my own potential. Little front row diva tidbit. Free.
Amen.
Free.
Amen. Okay, so in a nutshell, and that was a big
That was a big ass nut.
It's kind of
shell.
a tangent. Kind of a tangent. But well worth it because of the superior tips you got on the show.
Hey.
Life tips. Life
Please-
goals.
please-
Hashtag
life
life
goals.
goals. Hashtag life goals.
You
Mr.
beat
Ginsburg.
me to it. I love
Mr.
it.
and Mrs. Ginsburg. Hashtag life goals.
Life goals.
So, RBG.
And all that was free. Now, if you wish to make a donation, feel free to visit our
we'll give you
Patreon
some-
page.
We'll give you
Okay?
some more tips. No,
We're just
but
trying to make it happen.
at
The
the-
struggle is real.
The struggle is
real.
so real.
It's so real right now.
So,
I mean, it's like crazy real. It's like
it's uber real. So RBG, we really,
Girl.
again, we do a lot of superlatives on this show sometimes when it's worth it and when it's meant for it. And this show, that film is truly, I mean, if you see anything this year, honest to God, for me, it's the #1 documentary of the year.
Oh,
hands down.
hands down.
It's winning the Oscar.
Hands down.
Hands down. Winning
Hands
the Oscar. We're
down.
calling it right now.
Call it.
Calling it.
This is our prediction, and we
Okay.
don't need to do a prediction show. You know why? Because every show
It's a
we're giving it to
prediction.
you. It's a prediction. Every show is oozing full of goodness.
Pay
Okay,
attention.
focus.
Okay, so.
I popped out in the sweat.
Oh my God. The vein is starting to throb and the eye is starting to twitch. And we're out. I don't know why we ended that way, but
But it was a good way to end it.
talk to you next week.
Love you.
Love you. Bye. Don't be afraid.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Franny.